The cold winds from the mountains are calling soft to me. One evening on my way home from work, I was listening to Midwest radio and a song started playing. It hit me immediately. It felt like the time stopped. It was my first time hearing it.
Oh, the cold winds from the mountains are calling soft to me.
There are places in this world where love doesn't die. It just changes its shape from a heartbeat to a verse, from a hand once held to a line in a song, from a life lived to a landscape still remembers. This is Shanagolden, a small village in County Limerick. You won't find it on any stage, but love once walked these fields and history never stopped singing about it.
Rise high o'er Shanagolden, where my young Willie lies.
The cold winds from the mountains are calling soft to me. The smell of scented heather brings bitter memories. A wild and lonely eagle up in the summer sky flies higher over Shanagolden, where my love Willie lies. They say the wind forgets, but here you will learn that it's not true. The wind remembers everything. It remembers the grief that made a song echoes over decades. It remembers the eagle that still circles this place, as if guarding the last breath of a man who never left. The land is alive with stories that refuse to fade.
I met him in the winter time when the snow was on the ground.
I met him in the winter time when snow was on the ground. The Irish hills were peaceful and love was all around. Scarcely 20 years old, a young man in his prime, we were married, darling Willie, by the eve of Christmas time. Every love story feels eternal in the beginning. You make plans, you say always, you believe that time itself will bend for you, because nothing this tender could ever break. But life writes its own verses, and sometimes the most beautiful ones end too early. Do you remember, Willie? We walked the moonlit road. I held you in my arms, love. I would never let you go. Our hands, they were entwined, my love, all in the pale moonlight by the fields of Shanagolden on a lonely winter's night.
By the fields of Shanagolden on a lonely winter's night.
The worst kind of goodbye is the one you don't see coming. A promise whispered under a winter moon and gone by spring. Some hands are only meant to be held for a season, but the ache of them lasts a lifetime after the fingers let go.
Down from the silent mountains, the Saxon strangers came.
Down from the silent mountains, the Saxon strangers came. I held you in my arms then, my young heart wild with fear, in the fields by Shanagolden, in the springtime of the year. War doesn't knock, it tears down from the frame. It never asks a woman if she's ready to lose the arms she thought would grow old with hers. History has a way of stealing the young and asking the rest of us to live with the echo.
I heard the rifles firing in the mountains far away.
You fought them, darling Willie, all through the summer days. I heard the rifles firing in the mountains far away. I held you in my arms then. Your blood ran free and bright, and you died in Shanagolden on a lonely summer's night. There are wounds that never close. They just wear roses to cover the scar. And here in Shanagolden, the earth still remembers the red that soaked into it, not as history, but as a pulse.
The Saxon strangers gone, we'll place a red rose on your grave.
But that was long ago, love. Now our sun grows fine and tall. The hills, they are at peace again. The Saxon strangers gone. There's roses growing on your grave. There is an eagle in the sky flying high over Shanagolden, where my love Willie lies. Time does what time knows. It softens everything except truth. Children grow, empires fall, gunfire becomes silence. But a song can keep a man alive long after the world has forgotten his name. The man who wrote this song was Sean McCarthy, a Kerry man with sorrow in his bones and music in his breath. Born in 1923, he knew hunger, death, and silence early. His sister's grave was denied by a priest, and he never forgot what injustice looks like in a small parish. So he wrote songs not to entertain, but to heal. Shanagolden was not just ink on paper, it was grief redeemed, a love story too powerful for memory alone. Shanagolden is a quiet village in County Limerick today, but inside the song it remains a battlefield of love and memory. So today I came to Shanagolden because some stories should never be left alone. Willie is gone, the rifles are silent, but the love that died on this land still blooms every spring. And as long as someone sings Shanagolden, a young couple still walks the moonlit road. Some loves end in marriage, others begin in memory, and some live forever in a song. There is still an eagle over Shanagolden, and as long as someone remembers the song, Willie never fully dies.